I am going to be in a glass box, tied up, and it's going to be open for the public.
Oh my god.
Sea life really fell off, didn't it? So this person here, Bonnie Blue, well, she's been on a bit of a quest to be spoken about recently. She's taken inspiration from sleeping with 1,000 men in a day. From this to letting 2,000 men have a fiddle with her while she's tied up in a glass box. Why? Well, she just loves to boil people's piss. And no, that's not from a UTI or worse. It's actually from her rage bait marketing. And just before I started recording, I've just seen that she's been banned from OF. But starting off with the uni incident, Bonnie has made her name through word of mouth marketing. Words being cocks, mouths being hers. She basically went to Nottingham Trent Uni during Freshers Week to get lads in their overdraft to film for her only shafts. After this, she went to Australia to film some down under action called Schoolies. Instead, she got deported. But instead of flying back to the UK and submitting a job application, she instead went to Fiji to get some more victims. However, the Fiji water was not the only liquid spraying. It was in fact Bonnie Blue's tears, because she was deported once again. And instead of going for the hat trick, she decided to call it quits and go on a podcast with GK Barry. A GK stopping a hat trick, Cal the Dragon would be so proud. Don't you dare get any ideas. But Grace wasn't the only one receiving complaints for Bonnie Blue shenanigans, because Ofcom received over 180 complaints for the stunts Bonnie had been pulling. Ironically, she'd be doing a lot more pulling very soon. Pulling on cocks, way. But her deportation, shambolic podcast appearance, and First for Married Men landed her on national TV in the daytime. This morning, to be precise. They clearly have a type, and we know they'd both love their own island. But after she sat in her idol's favourite chair, she decided to pick on someone her own size. And by someone, I mean 1,000 men. But after setting what was a world record, she decided that she wanted to better that. Because she's advertising, locking herself in a cage and letting people come in and do whatever they want to her. Bit of a mouthful. The name that she's decided to give it is Bonnie Blue's Petting Zoo.
Oh my word, we'll have a look.
Get me in the box, but people can join me to me, touch me, just look at me.
Where?
I'm going to be in the centre of London, but in a house.
Oh, okay.
Oh right, so that makes it okay, does it? Yeah, the interactive Twitch stream meet and jeet, but you know, it's fine because we rented a gaff. Do you reckon these landlords know what they've signed up for? Like, they just walk past their house that they're renting out and they see a line going from the master bedroom all the way to the corner shop. You could ask them to grab a pint of milk though. But what happened to us? What's happened to people where we're just like, oh, it's just Bonnie Blue's latest quest?
What challenges do you have next?
It's getting a little bit alarming that this is becoming pretty normal to some people. She's only gonna get worse so that people continue to talk about her. But how long is this gonna go on for? It can't keep going on like this, can it? If she continues to just raise the bar, how long is it gonna be until she gets arrested or something? I'm sure she's probably thought about it though, because just increasing the amount of guys every time, that novelty is just gonna wear off, isn't it? And not gonna lie, to some people it probably already has. They're used to Bonnie Blue being like this. But she's even killed off all the competition. Like, has anyone heard from Astrid Wet recently? And she was on a generational run. Like, the streets will not forget Astrid Wet. She's the Hatem Ben Arthur of online cheating. But when you do kill off the competition, you are kind of relying on yourself to keep this weird corner of the internet alive. So it's a case of how far is she willing to go? And trust me, it's far. But it turns out she has thought of yet another way to promote her spicy link.
I mean, I'd love to be on the back of a lorry in a glass box, my way through the London.
Right.
The day we have mobile shagging wagons is the day I uninstall my life. And if TfL ever allows this, you're all getting strongly worded emails. I do wonder if it'd be covered under Railcard though. Get it? Because railing. But this wasn't the only podcast that Bonnie appeared on to promote her David Blaine Jeep motive.
Well, I'm actually doing my own theatre next month.
Are
so
you?
maybe you could come to that and you see the amount of men that pay to watch me be in a glass cage for 24 hours.
To do what in a glass cage?
Well, I'll just be like a zoo animal. They can come if they want to me, they can me. If they just want to stare at me, they're welcome to. But I'm going to be tied up in a glass box for a couple of days.
A couple of days? Where do you go to the toilet? It's probably a bit weird, actually. But when you say someone can do anything, what if, hypothetically, someone shaves her head trying to promote your OF and you just turn into Bonnie Blue bowling ball? Or someone draws glasses and a mustache in permanent marker? Harry Potter scar? Sub to John 5161? These would actually be very funny things to do. That video would probably bang. But I wonder how much she's being paid for all this.
So you're going to get paid to be in a box and just let anyone do whatever they want to you?
Yeah.
And
Well, obviously I get paid once I make the video, but the actual act is completely free.
Yeah, sounds like a motive, that. Just tie me up and shag me in a box, like and subscribe. But surely it's going to get to the point soon where all of your subscribers have been involved. And you said everybody can do whatever they want. What if they just film it themselves? They're not going to pay to watch it if they've got a POV GoPro. Dog eat dog world. But on the topic of people going, I have seen plenty of videos of women having arguments with their boyfriends because he wants to grab a ticket to walk his new pet fish, Bonnie Blue.
You're telling me that on the 15th of July, you're going to Bonnie Blue's petting zoo? Yeah, and I'm not asking, I'm telling you. That's what's happening.
What in the GCSE drama is this? Now obviously, this isn't real, right? But I'm sure that these arguments have happened. But I see loads of comments and loads of posts of people saying, hide your boyfriend, hide your husband, let him go. Just leave his stuff on the doorstep for when he comes back. Know your worth, ladies. But I don't know what it is with Bonnie, but she just can't seem to keep posts up on TikTok. No, like, she gets banned every other day. But because of this, I'm having to watch full vlogs on her Instagram to get information for this video, so maybe like and subscribe.
Spend the day with me while I get railed.
That's a good start. Makeup, I don't care about your makeup. When are you going to do something interesting?
And if you haven't seen it, I did a pagan video with Jack in here, which is very highly requested.
Right.
With the event on the 15th, I'm gonna slowly release the information. I don't want to just say, hey, here's the whole event. But there is so much more information to come about it. It is going to be so different to my last one. It's going to be very entertaining.
I don't mean to disrespect the craft, but how is it going to be different? It's just disgusting blokes using a woman like a piece of meat. Isn't that what all these videos are?
There's going to be a lot of queuing. I can't avoid that. But whilst you're queuing, I'm going to make sure you're entertained. And that's all I can say for now.
Be honest, are you playing Subway Surfers in the line for the Bonnie Blue meet and G? But does anyone else just feel a little bit sad about all of this though? I've always hated people in general, to be honest, but to think there's a person who would arrange something like this and then thousands of participants who are willing to join, we're finished, aren't we?
I have a photo shoot for Channel 4.
Channel 4? What could Channel 4 possibly want with Bonifer Blue? Channel 4 have so many genuinely cool things you could watch. 24 hours in police custody, To Catch a Copper, Undateables. To be fair, that's probably where her career's heading after this. It's actually inevitable, isn't it? More shite, more shite, more shite, even more shite.
I'm going to film some TikToks about the event saying the fact I'm going to be tied up in a box. What else I can say yet? I don't know, it's probably going to sound a little bit repetitive, but I promise gradually I'm going to reveal more and more. Tied open for 24 hours.
24 hours? It was multiple days earlier. Bonnie Blue, you are a fraud. I don't know why this deserves a vlog. I don't know why she's acting like this is hard graft. You're sat in your kitchen with a glorified ring light talking about how you're going to be tied up in a box. And that's coming from a commentary YouTuber.
I'm just about to do some podcast clips to update you to say the 15th isn't going ahead. I'm no longer doing the petting zoo. But I am going to do the craziest live stream on the 14th. The 14th is going to be amazing. But yeah, the 15th isn't going ahead.
Wait, so we're not even doing it then? What was the point in all of this? She's just going to hit quick scopes instead. Nah, mate, genuinely, what a waste of time. She had a whole ass website set up with a countdown to tickets. Apparently. Now, a lot of people are saying that the reason that she's cancelled this is because she'd get in trouble with the police. She said she had a private house. Like, I'm not condoning it, but there's nothing illegal about a giant orgy, as far as I'm aware. And I think that kind of tells us that this was never going to happen, because she knows that she can piss people off. And people were even doubting if the 1,000 man thing actually happened. Until you go into her Twitter. Yeah, it definitely happened. Ugh. Steve Jobs did not die for this. She needs locking up. Which is funny, because she kind of did. And when I say she kind of did, she definitely did not. Bonnie Blue, in her infinite wisdom, decided to stage arguably the shittest looking fake arrest you will ever see. It gives Jake Paul a run for his money. I usually skip this part. But as we can see, Bonnie Blue and Matey Boy here, they're being searched by the police. I don't know what area they're from, but the police seem very trusting and friendly. And look, let's be honest, she probably didn't give a shit if people believed it or not. She just wanted to promote her prison-themed video with these gentlemen. Steady on, love. I've got an MOT to pay for.
Those 18-year-olds love being a friend.
Pardon? I didn't quite catch that. You've got something to say?
Can you smell 1,057 men?
I missed the person I was 10 seconds ago. And what's Curtin doing in the background? We want a 4th season, mate. But literally, whilst writing this video up, I've just seen that she's been banned from OF. It's alleged that she crossed a line with her latest planned stunt. So maybe it wasn't cancelled for the reasons that I thought. Maybe she cancelled it because she got word that she could have been banned. And there's lots of people comparing what she had in mind to a very serious topic, which isn't really suitable to my silly little videos. Well, it probably made the ladies and gentlemen at the Spicy Blue website have a little bit of a panic. Yeah, flex that 600 grand now, you raging weirdo. But on a more serious note, I am very glad that something has been done. I'm hoping it's not some sort of trick, because in reality, this is promoting culture. Anything making that seem like a positive thing or trying to normalize it, well, it shouldn't exist. I know it doesn't need internet man to say that, but it's still happening. Her actions are setting back everyone, and so too are the creepy blokes getting involved. You're also a massive part of the problem, you big stiff weirdos. But moving on now, and if you've seen any of my older videos, you may remember when I spoke about people like Astrid Wet and the Paint Lady essentially going to football games to promote their naughty website. Well, Bonnie Blue once went to a Nottingham Forest game to try and sleep with the fans. Now, we all know this was an attempt to promote her spicy link. I mean, have you seen the average British football fan? Now, obviously, I'm just joking, right? But we all know this wasn't for her personal pleasure. Even if it was, it's fucking weird. People are there just to enjoy a football game, not to be followed around by some deranged sex pest. Now, essentially, she got herself banned from the City Ground for this, and you might be thinking, why is this relevant? This was ages ago. Well, essentially, she got herself a fancy hairdo, and this was enough to sneak in. Bad news for all the Nottingham Forest fans out there. You have been infiltrated. I could make a joke about them losing the game, but my team got relegated to League 2. Glass houses and all that. But not only did she manage to get through the security like Chelsea players got through their defence, she also rocked up in a Chelsea shirt. I really don't like Bonnie Blue, but she does know how to get people annoyed. It takes some nerve to be this dislikable, and in public too. Well, anyway, she got spotted by security, then ejected. Not really sure what the point of that was. Just want to be spoken about again? Yeah, classmate, got any bets on? But anyway, that's enough from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you did enjoy. Hopefully she stays banned, and young men turning 18 aren't going to have to ask for a Knight's Shield for their birthday. Anyways, please feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me out, and yeah, cheers. Bye.